ሰላም እንዴት ናችሁ? እንደገና ተመልሰናል። ዛሬም እንቀጥላለን ካቆምንበት። ባለፈው ያቆምነው ሬጉላር ኤክስፕሬሽን እዚህ ጋር ነበር ማለት ነው። እስኪ እንደገና ላስታውሳችሁ ምን እንደተማርን። ያው ሬጉላር ኤክስፕሬሽን ዴታ ኤክስትራክት ለማድረግ ፓተርን ለመፈለግ ያገለግለናል። ለምሳሌ ከርስ ወርዶችን ወይም ደግሞ በአማርኛ አጸያፊ ወይም አስቀያሚ ቃላት አሁን ለምሳሌ ከቴክስት ውስጥ ካሉ እነሱን ፊልተር አድርገን ማውጣት እንችላለን ማለት ነው እና በጣም ዲሰንስ የሆነ ወይም ደግሞ መጥፎ ቃላት የሌለው ቴክስት ብቻ ይኖረናል ማለት ነው። ቫሊዴሽን ፎርም ቫሊዴሽን ዌብ ዲቨሎፕመንት ላይ ዴታ ሳይንስ ላይ ማሽን ለርኒንግ ላይ ብዙ ጥቅም አለው። በጣም ፓወርፉል ነው። ፓይተን ላይ ብቻ ሳይሆን ያለው ይሄ ሬጉላር ኤክስፕሬሽን ኦልሞስት ሁሉም ፕሮግራሚንግ ላንጉዌጅ ላይ አለ ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ I strongly recommend to know it and to understand regular expressions very well because it's very important. Okay, where was I? So let's go down. I think I recommended you to do some of the exercise here. For instance, this one, the most frequent words in the English language and something like that. And maybe also I told you to do some exercise here. Where is data? When you go to the data folder, እዚህ ጋር ስትመጡ ብዙ ነገሮች አሉ። ለምሳሌ የዶናልድ ጄ ትራምፕ favorite 10 most frequent words in his speech, or maybe Obama speech, Michelle Obama, Melania Trump, text in text ትከፍቱና just in the string ታስቀምጡና just you do some extraction or categorizing. ለምሳሌ you ስንት ጊዜ ነው ያለ, or I የማን speech ነው? አሁን ዝም ራንደምሊ ስናየው በጣም አይ ይበዛዋል የሰው ልጅ አይ ስለሚል it's full of I anyway. Okay, ምን መስራት እንደምትችሉ ከነገርኳችሁ ዛሬ ምን እናወራለን? classes and objects ይሆናል ማለት ነው. I think it's somewhere here. ጃቫስክሪፕት እና ፓይተን ላይ የግድ ክላስ መጻፍ የለባችሁ. It's not a must, by the way. Object oriented programming እንዲሁ ዝም ብላችሁ like procedural ማድረግ ትችላላችሁ ማለት ነው. Without any class, you are just okay. You don't have to know class and objects very well, but it's also important to know as a programmer. Okay, እስኪ አብረን እናንብበው. Python is an object oriented programming language. Okay, ከዛ ቆይተን object oriented ምንድን ነው የሚለውን ደግሞ እንደገና define እናደርጋለን. Everything in Python is an object with its properties and methods. Okay, what's properties and methods? We will also talk about that. A number, a string, a list, a dictionary, tuple, set, etc. All are object used in a program is an object of a corresponding built-in class. Built-in class ናቸው ማለት ነው. Built-in class, ከዛ built-in class we can create an object. We create classes to create an object. First we create a class, and from that class we can create object. Okay, so ብዙ ጊዜ ምን ይባላል? A class is like an object constructor or a blueprint for creating objects. ለምሳሌ አንድ አርክቴክት ምን ይሰራል? ዲዛይን ይሰራል። ያ ዲዛይን ምንድነው? ብሉፕሪንት ነው። ያን ዲዛይን እንትን ብለን ተከትለን የተለያዩ ቤት መስራት እንችላለን። ምናልባት ቀለሙ ሊሆን ይችላል የሚለያየው፣ ወይም ደግሞ የተወሰነ ማይነር ዲፍረንስ እየፈጠርን በዛ ብሉፕሪንት በዛ ዲዛይን we can build many houses. Okay, so I think just a kind of associate ለማድረግ ይጠቅማችኋል ማለት ነው። ይሄ የአርክቴክቱ እና የሃውስ ምሳሌ። The class defines attributes and the behavior of the object. In advance የኦብጀክቱን behavior አትሪቢዩቶች እንትን ይላሉ ማለት ነው ይገልጹታል ያንን ያለን በተግባር while the object on the other hand represents the class yes vice versa it's a kind of we have been working with classes and objects right from the beginning of this challenge unknowingly yeah because ምን ብለናል እዚህ ጋር ሁሉም ክላስ ናቸው ካልን ስለዚህ ሳናቀው ክላስ ስንጠቀም ነበር ማለት ነው every element in a Python program is an object of a class let's check if everything in Python is a class ይላል so I think let me just open Python and I think same it is much better so let's see let's do what is here so just let's write Python and this is the Python interactive shell I can write any Python code over here if you have these three arrows then you can write so let us see by writing a number as you can see the example I used here num is equal to 10 so the data type of this num is as you can see it is integer and to check type of num if you check have you seen it is say class int so that means it was actually a class and if you say for instance string of something let's store here a string or it could be name and type and if you just write this string and you see class of string so okay let's go for list these fruits everybody like fruits and let's do some fruits banana and an apple and let's type and fruits as you can see አሁንም class ነው ማለት ነው now ስለዚህ ይሄንን ሁሉንም እንደዛ ያደረግን ቼክ ማድረግ እንችላለን እዚህ ጋር ራሱ boolean ነበር ቼክ ስታደርጉት boolean የተባለ ክላስ ነው ማለት ነው under the hood የሚሰራልን so everything in Python is a class okay great so ስለዚህ እዚህ ጋር ተግባባን ግን ከዚህ በፊት ደግሞ አንድ ሶሊድ የሆነ እንትን አለ ያልተብራራ Python is an object oriented programming language ያ ማለት ምንድነው object class ሰርተን ከዛ class object generate ማድረግ ከቻለን object oriented programming language ነው ማለት ነው እሱንም እናያለን everything in Python is an object ያለው ይሄ ነው like number ብትወስዱ string ብትወስዱ boolean ብትወስዱ list ብትወስዱ tuple ብትወስዱ set ብትወስዱ dictionary ብትወስዱ everything in Python is a class great ከዛ ወደ naming እንሄዳለን ይሄን exit እናድርገው exit እና normally ከድሮ ፋይላችን ላይ እንሰራለን ማለት ነው እዚህ ጋር let's do some example class and object example.py yes great so naming to create a class we need the keyword class ስለዚህ class create ለማድረግ class የሚለው keyword ያስፈልገናል ማለት ነው followed by the name and colon class name so ቀጥሎ የሚመጣው name so I call it class name or the name of the class followed by yeah ይሄ እንግዲህ class ነው ማለት ነው እንደዚህ አድርጌ እንደዚህ ካደረኩ ከኮሎኑ በኋላ ምንም ነገር ምጽፈው ነገር ከሌለኝ ፓስ ለዋለሁ ማለት ነው አሁን ይሄ ስለዚህ እንትን ነው ማለት ነው already one class ነው ማለት ነው ስሙ ግን እንቀይረዋለን ሁሌ ምንጽፈው camel case ነው camel case ሁለት አይነት camels አሉ አይደል ሁለት አይነት ካሜሎች አሉ አንዱ የአፍሪካዎች አይነት አንድ እንትን ያላቸው አንድ ምንድነው ሻኛ ነው camel case ሌሎች ደግሞ ኤዥያ ወደ አረብ አካባቢ ያሉት ካሜል ስለዚህ እንደዚህ ነው የሚጻፈው ማለት ነው ይሄኛው ካሜል ባለ ሁለት ሲጀምር ካፒታል ይሆናል ከዛ ያሉት ቃላት በሙሉ ካፒታል ይሆናል ለዛ ነው the first capital and then capital yes class name እንደዚህ ነው የሚጻፈው great ካሜል ኬዝ አንዳንዴ ፓስካል ኬዝም ይባላል ይሄ good እንዳያችሁት ክላስ ኔም ከዛ ኮዳችን እዚህ ጋር ይመጣል ማለት ነው እስኪ ይሄንን ኤግዛምፕል ፎሎ ላድርገው ቀጥታ አሁን ለምሳሌ ሰዎች ብዙ ባህሪ አለን ማለት ተመሳሳይ ባህሪ አለን ነጭም ይሁን ጥቁር አጭር ይሁን ረጅም በብዛት የሆነ ሁሉም እግር አለው ሁሉም አይን አለው ሁሉም ይንቀሳቀሳል ስለዚህ just we can create a person a class ከዛ ይሄኛው actually አሁን ክላስ ነው ማለት ነው ከዚህ ኦብጀክት ለመስራት እንዴት ነው እንትን ምንለው ይሄንን ፕሪንት እስኪያድርገን እንየው print person sometimes it's bold enough to print have you seen yeah main until as the main file ላይ person የሚባል ክላስ እንዳለ ያሳየኛል ግን let's instantiate instantiate ማለት እንትን ነው ቴክኒካል ተርም ነው ከክላሳችን ኦብጀክት ክሬት ካደረግን instantiation ይባላል ማለት ነው let's create person1 from that so ለዚህ እናደርግና እንጠራዋለን ማለት ነው ከዛ person1 print እናደርገው አሁን አያችሁት ኦብጀክት ሆኗል ማለት ነው have you seen it's an object yeah object በተፈጥሮ ምን አለው properties አሉት እነዛ property describe ያደርጉታል ባህሪው አሁን ለምሳሌ ሐሳቤን ህዝብ person skill አለው መምህር ነው እንደዚህ these are properties which describes me yeah you can add lots of properties about a person ስም አለው እንትን ይላል ስለዚህ አሁን ክላስ ይሄ ክላስ አይታችሁት እንደሆነ ባዶ ነው ስለዚህ ስለ person ምንም የተገለጸ ነገር የለም ስለዚህ properties add እናድርግ properties add ለማድረግ ደግሞ constructor መጠቀም አለብን let's go to constructor now class constructor guys are you following me or am I just talking to myself ድምጽ እስኪ ልስማ are you with me guys
Allen.
okay good yeah let's move on then in the examples above we have created an object from the person class yeah የሆነች ኦብጀክት እንትን ብለናል ምንም እንኳን ዴታ ባይኖረውም ማለት ነው however class without a constructor is not really useful in real applications ይሄ ምንም constructor የለውም it doesn't have anything so just we're checking how it works let's use constructor function to make our class more useful like the constructor function in Java or JavaScript Python has also a built-in init constructor function the init constructor function has self parameter this self I should have highlighted this one which is a reference to the current instance of the class example we have to be careful now I am about to write a function inside this class and this is how you write underscore init already ተጻፈ ማለት ነው but I don't like to just I have to write it myself underscore init underscore and then like this then there is self here self Yeah, I think this is enough. So now let's try to print out what we do. What do we have here in self? Print self. Okay, if I run, let me just show you, by the way, what is self? What is self? What is self? If you see now, have you seen this data? And this data is similar. So this self actually refers to this, the person object. The object, an object which is going to be created by person, so we can attach anything using self. So what is the importance? For instance, if I pass a parameter name, actually I can attach, since self is an object, self.name is equal to name. Now this will help me to, the self will help me to attach any kind of property to this. So I think I demonstrate that, so I don't need that anymore. Now, as you can see, I got type error, init missing one required positional argument name. So I have to pass here a name. Yeah, now it's working actually. It's not breaking. So let's see. But how do we get the data out? If I just write from p dot name, I can just take out the value as 7. Great. Now instead of first name, let's put it first. I mean, instead of name, let's change to first name. Last name. Age. Okay, so we can attach it. First name to first name to itself. Self. Last name to last. Sorry, last name. Self. Age to age. Great. Since we have data, we don't need any more this pass because we don't need it. Now we don't have this value, but first name and Itayich, and let's say my age is gonna be 850, and everybody knows that. Okay, good. So let's extract this person first name. If you see, have you seen? First name is here. And print p dot p1 dot last name. As you can see, I get Itayich. And print again p1 dot age. As you can see, 250. But why the importance of writing this one? For instance, if I want to create another person whose name is Donald J. Trump, and it's gonna be 2. I love Donald J. Trump. Who doesn't? Okay. Donald Trump. And I think it could be about 70, or who cares, about 72, or maybe. Okay, now if you want to get the name of the second person, print person to first name. Great, Donald. And print p2 dot last name. As you can see, we got print and p2 just last name. Yeah, not last name, sorry, age. Great. 72. Now let's see what, yeah, as you can see here, Even there's more better example, first name, last name, age, country, city. We can just extend this. We can make it even bigger, right? I have a question because, okay, first name means this person. What's the country of first name? Tell me, print p1 dot country. Can you tell me? I will wait for you. This is the constructor.
It will display an error, I think.
I am not sure if it's error or null.
Yeah, one of
Either null or error. Yes, so it caused an error. Person object has no attribute country. So we should put here a country. Yeah. After we give it, what do we get here? Let's try. After we give it also, actually, I think it is also causing an error.
Passed, yeah.
So we have to pass it here. So for instance, I go for Finland, and if I try it now, what?
And also,
yeah, of course. The second one also need USA. Country. This is strange. 21.
I think, Sabine, I think in the self we should have to pass self dot country equal to country.
Oh yes, we forgot to attach it to the object. So the self is actually the. Thank you. Yeah. So, but I'm just wonder if we don't attach it there, can we? I'm expecting null. Okay. Type missing one required positional argument country. So we have to. Now we got. Now, as you can see that sometimes you may have some default value. Okay. For instance, if we want. If the person doesn't provide a country, that person will be from Ethiopia, okay? In this case, if I don't provide here, for instance, everybody will be fine. Let's try it, Ethiopia. Because we have default. And for Donald J. Trump, print P2, country, of course, it's going to be United States because it's given. I hope so. Yeah, did you get it? So at the constructor, you can also pass initial values. ማስገባት ይቻላል ማለት ነው። ይሄ initial value ዋጋ በማናስገባበት ጊዜ as a parameter when we instantiate the object ስለዚህ ከእንትኑ ይመጣል ማለት ነው። ከዲፎልት ቫልዩ ይመጣል ማለት ነው። አሁን ለምሳሌ ሰው አገሩን ካላስገባ he's from Ethiopia ነው ማለት ነው። Of course, everyone is from Ethiopia originally. That's what we believe. Okay, great. Where are we? ስለዚህን አይተናል. Okay. ይህን አስገባን ሲቲን ጨምሮ. Let's make this robustness. Okay, city. And why this? Yes, we have to attach the city also. City, south city. Now you should be familiar with how to do how to make the constructor, right? Just you attach it, and then if I think what's wrong is I have to remove this. Okay. Print p1.city. I didn't give any city for person 1, and then it causes an error. So I may give now, if I just say Addis Ababa, okay, have you seen it caused an error because this one is not known. This position could be the country or the city. So now this is the problem when you use a default value. So default value should be usually at the end, and that will be easy for you to manage. It could be, but this way it's easy to manage. For instance, now this is going to be the city, and it's going to be, yeah, I think this should work. Addis Ababa. Have you seen? So what do you think for this one, for Donald J. Trump? Print P2 city. Okay, let's see. This is the name, first name, last name, age. Oh, this is city. Yeah, so this is considered as a city because, and now by now for Donald J. Trump, also it's going to be, maybe we can say this, Washington. Then if now it will be, the city is going to be Washington, but print Donald J. Trump country is going to be Ethiopia. Have you seen? Because the default for this one is, the default is all the time Ethiopia. I hope you got the point, but you don't have to have default. It makes it more complicated, so you don't have to have default, but it's also good to know that there is the so-called default values. Okay, now let's talk about, so all these are properties. Yes, as a person, we have first name, last name, age, city, yeah, ስም አለን፣ የአባት ስም አለን፣ የምንኖርበት ቦታ፣ አገሩ፣ ከተማው፣ እሱ ፕሮፐርቲ ነው ማለት ነው። ሞር ከሄድን የአይን ቀለም ሊሆን ይችላል፣ የፀጉር ቀለም ሊሆን ይችላል፣ የቆዳ ቀለም ሊሆን ይችላል። ይህም ፕሮፐርቲ ነው እንደ ሰው ማለት ነው። የመኪና ብትወስዱ የመኪናው ቀለም፣ ሞዴሉ፣ የተሰራበት ዓመተ ምህረት፣ all this is going to be properties. ያ ፕሮፐርቲ ማለት ያንን ነገር የሚገልጽ ባህሪው ማለት ነው። ኦኬ፣ ይሄ ደግሞ የኦብጀክት ሜተድስ እናያለን። ሜተድ ለምሳሌ መኪናን ብንወስድ መኪና ምን ይላል? ይሽከረከራል። ስለዚህ መሪ አለው። መሪው ደግሞ ወደ ቀኝ ወይም ደግሞ ወደ ግራ ለማዞር ያገለግላል። ጊር አለው። ጊሩ ደግሞ የተለያየ ጊር ላይ ወር ጊር ቦክስ ላይ ለማስቀመጥ ያገለግላል ማለት ነው። ጎማዎቹ እየተሽከረከሩ ወደፊት ለመሄድ ያገለግላሉ። but the tires are more of a property, not a method. Let us see here. person info እዚህ ጋር ተጠቅሜያለሁ። አይታችሁት ከሆነ let's create our first method. A method is actually function ነው። function ምን ውስጥ ያለ? ክላስ ውስጥ ያለ function ነው ማለት ነው። person info እንደዚህ እናደርግና for instance return nothing. What is this? Yes, yeah, it's okay. return nothing. ስለዚህ አሁን ለመጠቀም ይሄኛውን ለምሳሌ print from person 1. What was the name of the person info? Person info. Person info. This is how we call. And then I should get, but what is that? Position, but one was given line 31. Sometimes you may want to have a default value. Okay. Do we have to put self in here? Wow. So I think yeah, in Python ምንድነው ማለት ነው self የግድ ነው ማለት ነው። ሌላ ፕሮግራሚንግ የምታውቁ ከሆነ by the way self ማለት ሌላ ፕሮግራሚንግ ላንጉዌጅ this ነው። ለምሳሌ ጃቫ ላይ this ነው። ጃቫስክሪፕት ላይም this ነው። PHP ላይም this ነው። ስለዚህ self this ሚለው እንትን ይላል ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ አሁን what is this? እንዳያችሁት nothing እንትን እያለ ነው። ምናልባት nothing ከምንል this person didn't not provide his information yet. Okay. እንደዚህ አድርገን ነው እንቆይ። This person didn't provide his information yet. Okay, ትንሽ ቆይተን እንገባለን። ያ አንድ 5 ደቂቃ ሰጣችኋለሁ። ውሃም ሻይም ቡናም ጠጥታችሁ ትመለሳላችሁ። ከዛ በኋላ ምናልባት 30 ደቂቃ ብንቆይ ነው። ይሄንን ከጨረስን ወዲያው እናጠቃልላለን ማለት ነው። እንዳያችሁት ብዙ አይደለም። ከዛ በኋላ 30 ደቂቃ ይኖረናል። ያቆምነው ሜተድስ ይሆናል። ወደዛ ልውሰዳችሁ ያቆምንበት ቦታ ላይ ይሄን ይመስላል። ስለዚህ